Hello, Marian Harkin is my name, and I'm running as an independent candidate in the forthcoming European elections on the 5th of June. And I'd like to ask you to consider giving me your number one vote. Now, some of you might well say to yourselves, why should I give Marian Harkin my number one vote? Well, I'll give you a few reasons why I think you might consider doing just that. And I suppose the main reason I would give you is because of my track record in working for ordinary people. Some of you will remember me from the Council for the West. I was chairperson of that organisation in a voluntary capacity for many years. I led the campaign for Objective 1 status and for balanced regional development. And I have continued that work since I have gone into politics. I have continued to represent ordinary people, small business, farmers, carers, volunteers, credit unions, people with disabilities. And I hope to be able to continue that work for the next 5 years in the Parliament. But I suppose really nowadays, most people are really concerned about the economy and their jobs. And the first comment I'd make on that is that it's very, very important for Ireland to be part of a strong Europe with a strong currency and with a market of 500 million Europeans who can buy the products that we produce. And talking about the products that we produce, it is my belief that we really need to support our Indigenous industry. Indigenous means it's here. It won't move. It won't go anywhere else. So we need to look at what we have and see how we can grow that industry, whether it is farming, fishing, tourism, or food industry. We need to grow that. And if we look, for example, at agriculture, there are some very, very important issues for agriculture. For example, it is crucial that the single farm payment remains beyond 2013. Equally, it's crucial that any further WTO negotiations do not militate against the best interests of Irish agriculture. We also need to look at our tourism, access, for example, through Knock Airport, Sligo, Donegal and Shannon. That's crucially important if we are to grow that industry. But I suppose if there was one thing I might say above all of that, to try to convince you that I'm the person who would deserve your trust and your vote, it's because for the last 5 years, I have made every effort to work with people. I visited and spoken to active age groups, women's groups, young people in schools. I've continued to make contact with people across the constituency, and all my decisions have been informed by listening to people, by hearing what they say, and by realising what is important to the people in this region. I've also delivered for the region, not just hard work. I've delivered on the blind spot mirrors. That will save lives on Irish roads and European roads. I've delivered for volunteers. I led the campaign for 2011 to be declared the European Year on Volunteering. And I've played my part in delivering much needed funds for rural development and peace for this region. So when I'm asking for your number one vote, I am saying to you, over the last 5 years, I have worked hard, I've had commitment to my work, and I have delivered. And I'm asking you, when you go to vote on June 5th, to judge me on those three things, on my record of hard work, of commitment, and of delivery to this region.